When we get veterans in here that we work with claims and appeals, particularly, they don't realize it, but they probably do more for us than we ever do for them. It's really claims is challenging. A lot of them need a little bit of help with it. A lot of them don't understand that you got to negotiate that. You got to tell the story. And when you file a claim with the VA, you've got to tell the story. And a lot of veterans will just attempt to file it on their own without any help. And we've got a very experienced group here. But this particular group today, I wanted to have them up on our wall as far as honorary members. Due to the fact I want anybody that walks in here, we can tell their story. But not only that, it's good for our team. It's good for our team to recognize the work they've done and treat them like family.
Well, I had actually gone 12 years at 0%. So I met with Tony first, and he said, this is what I need for you to do. I need for you to go home and put all this together and write the memoirs, if you will. And that's when I got to dig in and found a diary, that had all the dates and stuff in it. And 50 years. And I pulled out this little diary. I went over some of the notes that I had made in here. I wrote a book and probably had a book at about 2.5, 3 inches thick, with all the stuff and all the doctors and all this other stuff. So without them, I would have still been out there with 0. So the Legion have they've just been the best. I mean, how do you say that they're better than everybody else? So they got to be the best. What can you say?
Talk about family and being close. Like I said, that story is just right there. It gets me.
There's always a purpose and there's a reason that the good Lord brought us here. Here today. Brought some of you in front of you, and of course, the staff here. And when we look at this, it's exactly right. When we say be the one, this is not just a fancy slogan or a campaign. It is a mission. It is a mission. One at a time, right here. Changing lives, saving lives, right?
So there's an emotional attachment. So if you're doing this job like you should be doing it, and it's like I said earlier, every story is their story. The best story is their story. And a lot of veterans don't get the opportunity to tell their story. So when you become emotionally attached to, you can help them, and you hear that they've had these challenges, like some of them talked about today, and you've been part of that life. You've been part of telling that story like it should be told. You get emotionally attached to it. It's just a very emotional connection between brother and sisterhood and being a veteran. And so they feel like we're forever linked, and we don't charge money. But anything we can do to help them recognize there are true disabilities like PTSD, some of these things that are hidden, that comes out when you start talking to them, that's when the emotions kick in. That's when you realize they really have an issue, right?
When he filed in 1986, the doctor said, it looks like you have Agent Orange on your legs, but I can't write this down. I cannot document it behind closed doors. So they threw it all out. You don't look at it. I said, if I have to go to Washington, whatever I have to do, and I drug him along with me. So finally a friend says, you need to go over to the American Legion. So we proceeded to do that, and we met Tony and Landry.
I don't think we still would be anywhere today, but we consider them our close friends, and we appreciate it. It's changed our life.
We've heard a lot of folks today talk about the American Legion's the place to come, and I would not disagree with that, but I would have to say that the service officer makes all the difference.
Mission is to reach one at a time, that is to save. And you said it, ma'am. I've been on the road. I'll probably be home for maybe about 20 days out of the whole year. That's the intense work, because I'm going to be on the road visiting and doing these things. But you mentioned a tad about how this changed your life. Talk about us not just as an organization or a campaign or a slogan, but as a family. That is what we are. And if you want to sum what we truly are into those two words, it's two words. We are a family that changes lives and saves lives.